Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. Me and Mary are here again, and she is my new daughter, you guys. She's only 10 weeks old and she doesn't like to be by herself, so she needs mommy. Look at how loving she is. Here, you want your bone? Isn't this adorable? It says I love treats. Can I? There we go. It's cute, and it matches my shirt. You want to bite it? He's like, I think I want to play, mommy. Okay, hold on. I want us to try to do the video, okay? I want us to try to do the video. Here. No? She says, I want to just play with you. Hold on. Hold on. Be a good girl. Be patient with mommy. All right. So in this video, you guys, as you can see the topic, the girls are playing out front. And I got my window open. When it's a no-go. When it's a no-go. Sometimes we don't know when to let a relationship go. Sometimes we're, confused about that. So I want to give you some tips here. I didn't really number them, but there's quite a few. I want to say easily 12 things on here. Red flags to me to let me take comfort in letting a situation go. Okay? So without further ado, hit the like button, of course, if you like this type of these types of videos and you want more of them. Make sure you subscribe. Lots of content here for you on the channel. All right, so let's go ahead and start down on my list. When is it time to let go, or when is something a no-go when it comes to these romantic relationships? When normal relationship task exchanges is too much for them. Like, you know what? We're not going out anymore. You don't like to kiss me goodbye anymore. Like, when this becomes a chore, when normal relationship tasks or exchanges become a chore or too much for them, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. And then some of you might say, well, maybe we can find out what's going on beneath the surface and work on what that is. And maybe we might be able to save the relationship, particularly if it's a marriage. This isn't for the married people. This is for those that are dating, okay? And then some people might say, well, you won't get to a marriage if you can't work through anything. Use your emotional maturity with this list to know if you've already tried to work on it and you're back to square one and it keeps happening over and over, and the normal relationship tasks and exchanges become too much for them over and over again, even though you tried to work on it and resolve that, then there you have your answer right there. Okay? All right. The next thing is when you feel like you're chasing. Like, and this is, this video is more geared towards the feminine energy, but I'm not going to say that the masculine energy, sorry you guys, I'm trying to get something on my screen, can't take anything from this, or some of these things can't apply to masculine energy, okay? When you feel like you're chasing, no woman should be chasing a man, point blank. All right, so if you feel like you're doing it, that's a no-go. All right, and we're talking about on a dating level, but no one should be chasing their husband, especially. You should be caught by then, right? But yeah, if you feel like chasing, that's a no-go. Number 3, things fizzle quickly. Sometimes we get in relationships, we have these honeymoon phases, and then what happened? Where did everything go? That was it. That was it. And chances are that was probably a bunch of lust to begin with, and nothing concrete, obviously, and that's why it fizzled quickly. All right, the foundation wasn't secure. It was built on sand. And it wasn't, man. It just ran its course. Somebody's jamming. All right, so the next thing, you guys, is when communication is horrible between you guys. They're a poor communicator, or you guys don't understand each other's way of communicating with each other. Yeah, that's like so frustrating. It leads to a lot of arguments, a lot of misunderstandings, and that's just a horrible space to be in with someone that you're supposed to be growing a relationship with. Okay. The next one, you argue more than you get along. Hey you guys, Mary got a little hungry and thirsty, so I had to let her go do her thing. All right, so let's get back to our list. So I was saying, yeah, you argue more than you get along. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. But for some people, it actually stimulates them to try harder rather than walk away or let go of the situation. All right. You shouldn't be arguing more than you get along. Okay. That shows a huge red flag in compatibility. And while they say opposites attract, but do they last? There has to be some commonality where you guys can really get each other. And if you are opposites, you can understand how you're opposites and appreciate that, and then come together on what you do have in common. And then whatever opposites, their opposite makes you stronger, your opposite makes them stronger. And then that's a beautiful thing to see. Okay, you guys. But if you're always arguing more than you get along, who wants to be in that situation? Okay. Moving right along. Along that note, you know, your anxiety and your stress is up in your life with this person in it. It's like, wait a minute. You're supposed to add to my peace and my happiness, not increase anxiety or add or bring anxiety and stress into my life. Something's wrong with that picture. The next thing I have on my list is things are stagnant, things are stale, the relationship has plateaued. There's no growth. Perhaps it's even sabotaging you reaching goals in your life. Like, look, what are we accomplishing together? And this is for adults out here, not those little puppy love high school stuff. When real adults get together and when God put two people together, it is to glorify his name. It should make you a better man and a better woman. Like, it should be better. Okay, it should be better, not worse. You shouldn't feel like you're taking steps back, that you can't reach goals with this person, that they're sabotaging you, they're in the way, they're dead weight, that there's no teammate, there's no collaborating here. Where's the partnership at that point? You see? And along those lines, there's not enough we and too much me and I. Okay, there's the togetherness is off. Like I said, the combining. This person may have a lot of selfishness with them and only thinks of their best interests. You know, there's my best interest, your best interest, and our best interest. Okay, it's finding that balance, finding that happy medium to where it's working for both and not just you. Okay, so that's a no-go. Always thinking about what's your best interest. All right, the next one is pretty obvious. This person lies a lot and doesn't keep their words. That's like self-explanatory, right? And if they're doing that, they're going to be inconsistent. Or maybe this person has a strong start and a horrible finish or a horrible follow through. Okay? Everything's falling apart after it slightly gets off the ground. Do you finish anything in your life? They come in between the important people in your life. All right? Because there are other people who God ordains in your life, and perhaps that person that you chose is not one of them, because they just don't get along. They just don't mesh with the other people who are ordained in your life. Who are these people? The kids that you gave birth to and that you got to raise. You know, that's one. You know, your parents and closest family members that you do have a relationship with and whatnot. They don't get along with them. Like, this isn't good. This isn't good, you guys. So if they come in between that, or they try to actually create distance and dysfunction, like, we were getting along fine until I started a relationship with you, and you've been like a catalyst for a lot of negative energy between me and my relative, me and my kids, or, you know, what are you trying to do? Okay. So the next thing here is, this is another obvious. They're abusive: verbal, physical, emotional, financial, sexual. Of course, that's going to be a no-go. All right. Other things is they have addictions, especially early on. Now, of course, if you're in a marriage and someone develops an addiction, then, maybe you guys will try to work through that, and divorce is always a last resort. But I'm talking about in the dating world. All right, I'm meeting you and I'm finding out that you're addicted to drugs, you're addicted to sex, gambling, alcohol, and, all types of things that people can be addicted to. All right. And lets me know that, you're trying to escape something in your life that you really need to do some shadow work on. And it's not up to you to stand there and be patient with them to do that. They need to get themselves together and present themselves in a relationship when they're actually ready to take one on. Okay? So moving right along. Your needs are not getting met. Point blank. This person just is not able to meet your needs. Why should all their needs be getting met and your needs aren't getting met? But a lot of times when your needs aren't getting met, their needs might not be getting met either, and you're both unhappy. So let's just end the misery at that point. But in narcissistic relationships, the narcissists are getting their needs met at least enough, and you're definitely not getting yours. So there's a lopsided element there. So yeah, your needs not getting met is definitely a no-go, you guys. What are you in that relationship for? Just to be a sacrificial lamb? Just to meet their needs? I don't think so. All right. Your financial opposites. You got savers with spenders and spenders with savers. Hold on, you guys. I need some water. I really wanted this water to be colder, you guys. And it's not like it's hot, and I know it's not really the best thing. Your body absorbs room temperature better, but it's just so refreshing to me. I know. To have it colder. And this is cool, but I like it cold. Not brain freeze cold, but close to that. But yeah, we were talking about financial opposites. You can have savers with spenders and spenders with savers, vice versa, whatever. There has to be like a happy medium, or else, there's going to be a lot of arguments, because one person's going to want to preserve and build the wealth while the other person is just interested in spending it. Totally mismatched, okay? Or you care a lot about building credit and doing the right things, and they're not on the same page with you. How are you guys going to be able to make moves together? They won't be able to be on the loans with you, and there's going to be a mismatch. Or if they're on the loan, you bring down the quality of the loan because they're not at your level. Okay? So financial opposites. Number one cause of divorce is money. So you have to be on the same page with a person when it comes to that. For longevity. Okay? The next thing, they're not willing to compromise, which is an indication of a controlling energy. Why does everything have to be your way? Why can't we find a balance? Or sometimes it can just be my way, just like sometimes it's your way, sometimes it's my way, and sometimes we have to meet in the middle, okay? But it can't just be just all your way. I don't think so. All right. The next thing, this person loves drama, loves arguing. They're a big fan of makeup sex, right? And this type of thing. Getting along might be boring to them. Relationships where everything is actually copacetic, where it's actually peaceful and harmony. Oh no, I got to do something to shake this up. I got to do something to add drama to the mix. There are people like that. They just don't know how to function in healthy relationships. So if one comes their way, they will surely find a way to sabotage it. Bet your bottom dollar on that, okay? And maybe that might be your thing. That means you like toxicity, okay? And drama certainly sells in today's society. I see that over and over and over. All right, but for all of us out there who have had enough excitement with the narcissist for several lifetimes, and we just want to be in a healthy, balanced, peaceful relationship, you don't want to be with this type of energy, okay? And that's a no-go. All right, now this is a big one, you guys. If being you is too much for them, you know, everything you do annoys them, your hobbies and interests, they got something to say about it, or they're trying to intercept you doing those things. They just don't understand your essence. Like, they just don't get you. They just don't get it. That is a severe no-go. No matter how bad you wanted that to work out, it's a severe no-go, you guys. Like, it's just, that goes without saying. All right. Now, the last thing that I have on my list for this video is they can't teach you nothing. To me, you know, reciprocation means you learn stuff from me. Like, man, ever since this person came into my life, I was able to learn these things about life. Like, it's enriched my life. They turned me on to this and that. And then I turned them on to this and that. Like, we just like really been pouring into each other in a certain sense, helping each other be more enriched, helping each other grow in this way and that way. If you, all you can sit back and say is, well, I see where I've helped them grow. I see where I've enriched their life. Like, what the heck did I learn? You know, other than probably some toxic hard lessons on how to stay away from a toxic person or what you don't want, okay? And I know, like, there's something to learn out of everything, but I mean on a higher level, of course, like for longevity, for relationships staying together. This is a red flag that you're settling, that you're with someone. Like, if you are 3 times more intelligent than them, why do you even, what's the stimulation there? Or is it just something fleshly? And where's that going to take you? And for how long? You see what I'm saying here, you guys? So I just feel like when God puts 2 people together for in his honor, that person, you're going to be able to learn so much from them. You know it's a huge turn on to me as an intellectual to be with someone. I'm like, wow, like, this person is a math whiz, or like, whoa, like a human calculator, or they know this and that. They turned me on to how to invest my money in this way. They put me on to the even finer things in life. Like, I knew about that, but I didn't know about that. Okay. Like, they're just, you're learning and you're constantly growing because they're lifelong learners. You're lifelong learners. So you're always learning new interesting things that you could share with each other. So yeah, we're good on that note, you guys. So feel free, and I know I've been squeaking away, to go down into the comment section, you guys, and what's a no-go for you? What's a no-go for you? Because there's plenty of others, you know, someone who hasn't let go of their ex, you know, cheating, of course, you know, but that kind of like goes into the that's sexually abusive emotionally, because they're lying to you, telling you one thing and another, you know, putting you at risk for STDs and all of this other stuff. Okay. So, you know, there are plenty of other no-goes. And then there's specific no-goes to me because of my biases. Like, a no-go to me is if you smoke cigarettes. I don't do cigarettes. You can keep your Newports and your Winstons and your Marvel Lights and whatever you got there. I don't do cigarettes. I don't do secondhand smoke. So, you know, and that's just a no-go for me. All right. So, and then there's, you know, there's other things that's a little bit more X-rated. Like, well, if he want me to be doing that, that's a no-go for me. I'm not into that. I'm not going to do that. You know, another no-go for me is if he's bisexual. I don't want to deal with men that are into men. I'm good on that note. I'm good. So everyone has their no-goes that, of course, can expand upon this list. If you want to drop them down there and share them with everyone here on the channel, feel free to do so. You guys hit that like button if you like talking about dating with me and exploring this. To me, it's exciting. You know, a lot of people are so negative and pessimistic about it. Stop doing that. It is what it is. You're trying it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Moving right along. Your dreams don't end just because it doesn't work out with them. It just means you're not going to have it with them. You can have it with someone else. Stay in the game until you get what you want. Okay. All right, you guys. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you want to hear more content. And until next time, and never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work, sweetie. and take care.